back. If you've just tuned in, this is the Health and Wellness Show. My name is Chebet Birir, and today we are talking about child loss and the grief that comes with it, how to navigate it, and also how to approach someone who's just lost their child and how to talk to them. And with me on set, I have Alice Kamarenga, who is a mother. She lost her baby in 2024. We have Christine Miloyo, who also lost her baby in 2010, and they are telling us their stories and how they've been since the loss of their children and how they've been navigating the grief. Last but not least, we have Peter Nyete, who is a counseling psychologist. And before we took a break, he was explaining to us the different stages of grief when it comes to child loss. Now, karibuni sana and asanteni for agreeing to come on the show. Alice, just tell us, you've told us about your family and friends receiving the message. Yeah. But what about the friends who just saw you when you were expectant and they were not with you in the labor ward and now you have to face them? How was it for you?
I could avoid them. So, as I told you, I could lock myself up. But there is this one friend who went this journey together. We could spend the memories together, go for walks. I gained that courage. But it was after 2 or 3 months. So
for 3 months, you avoided people completely?
Completely. So after that, I gained courage and went to visit him. Went to visit her.
Yeah.
He had a son also because we delivered in the same day. When I went there, I started crying. But she understood my situation. Yeah.
Yes.
Because even her was waddling the way to approach me. Yeah.
But she knew that you had lost a child, your child.
Yeah.
Okay. Christine?
But for my daughter, it was hard. Because...
You have another child?
Yeah.
How old?
8 years.
Okay.
So she could come, hug me, and she started crying. Where is my baby brother? I could not
explain to her.
It really pained. It even affected his academic. Because she usually scored number 1 to 5. She went down up to number 10. It affected her.
Okay.
Yeah. But later on, I explained everything and she accepted it.
She accepted it.
Yeah.
And Peter will explain to us how to handle grief for children who are expecting siblings and then they don't see the sibling. But Christine, how was it for you explaining to friends and family who expect a baby?
Okay, for me, it was quite difficult. As I mentioned before, I was still in campus. So there's that stigma that comes with those who seem to have gone astray. So it was quite difficult. And now you see, I've already gone astray, and then things have taken another turn. I don't have the baby. So everyone kept asking, where is the child? How old is he right now? Some were even insensitive. They didn't even know what is happening because I became so withdrawn. So they really wondered because probably after attachment, many thought that maybe I would get a house outside. I was still living in the hostel. So they couldn't understand. The baby is still small. What are you still doing in the hostel? So it's a conversation that I really, really avoided. I didn't want them to ask me questions. The only people who knew were my closest friends. And I remember it's only one of them who came for the burial. So, and given that I hadn't given her consent to be able to share what it is that I had gone through, by the time we were resuming, it was really, really difficult. I tried to numb the pain and just live life like normal. Then there's this other bit of my young brother. So to him, he felt he had gotten a sibling. So now explaining to him that even the evening when we had to rush to hospital, that the baby is not coming back with us, that the baby is dead. How do we even explain? It was really, really, that time he was in, was it grade 4? He was still very, very small. And he was very, very happy because I remember even, we had even taught him how to be giving him milk. So to him, he had gotten a friend, a companion, and he was ready to walk with him that journey. So for me, it was quite difficult. Many people couldn't understand why I'm so withdrawn. I really, really avoided even friends in class who had babies, even neighbors. I really avoided those who had babies. Because I remember I was able to like open up myself to even touch another person's baby, like 3 years later.
3 years later.
And I remember the moment I touched that baby, I didn't want to let go. What I remember is I was just weeping as I held that child, imagining how old my child would be at that time, the milestones they would have reached, and even weeping that I couldn't even breastfeed my baby. So that touch, that motherly touch wasn't even there. And given that I had shared that I was so numb, I cannot even remember about the funeral and everything else that happened around that time. I really blamed myself for not grieving my son early enough. So it was really tough for me.
It was tough.
Yeah.
So like Peter explained the stages, here you were back to the grief when you had thought that you had overcome
Yes.
after holding another baby.
Yeah, for me, I felt it was like ripping wounds apart. So each and every other time when I just saw my baby, memories just came flooding myself. I remembered the long journey, the long pregnancy journey, how tough it was, the delivery process, and how my life turned upside down shortly after, and how just everyone ran away. So it was really, really difficult coming to terms with the loss and the new kind of life that I was supposed to live. Yeah.
Okay, Pole sana, and thank you again for being so courageous to talk about it. Now, Peter, Alice and Christine have raised two very important issues when it comes to delivering the news to children. How do you go about it?
You mean our siblings?
Yeah, siblings, and also her younger brother who is now expecting a sibling.
Okay. Children are usually at a stage where they're still maturing, and depending on their age, their level of comprehending situations may not be as you'd want to expect.
Yes.
It's not like an adult. And for children, it is good to be truthful and honest with them, because the more you keep hiding or trying to mask information, the more the questions they'll keep asking. So we say with the other children, siblings, just come out openly, honestly tell them, your brother or the other child you are expecting has died. So we will not have a brother, and talk about, how it's making you feel, the implications maybe to you, and also for them, what would be the implication, and maybe just reassure them that going forward, you'll try all the best to cope with the situation, and you'll also support them in coping with that loss.
That's now for siblings and children. What about for adults now who are expecting to see a child, and now they're asking you, how are you? Where is the baby? How is the baby? How should we go about it?
There's something that I was taught back in university, and I also keep teaching now, that healing is a process, not a destination. And for this process, it needs the correct environment. So from the word go, when this person, when the loss is still very fresh, we would rather have another person, a third party, to help in communicating what has happened. Leave this person who is going through the biggest part of the pain to grieve. Give them space. Allow them to be. If they don't want to do anything, it is okay. Allow them. If they want to go and sleep, it's okay. Just allow them, but keep checking on them. Keep just reassuring them. And also, it's good just to be telling them and letting them be held accountable for their own behavior. Just tell them, I understand the need for you, for example, to stay quiet or to lock yourself. But no, eventually you'll still have to talk. So it's not so good to keep quiet every time, Or tell the person, as much as you're going through pain, it is important to eat. It is, good for your health. So please take a moment and eat, otherwise it may have other effects on you. So also keep reminding them and holding them responsible for their behavior. Then as the journey continues, always reassure them that you are there for them. In case they need any support, you are there for them. Don't be so pushy, you know, like you mentioned, trying to tell them, you know, you need to heal fast. Don't compare their situation with another one. Loss is a person unique experience. It's not that everybody has to go through it the same way, the same timing. So allow them to grieve at their own pace. Don't determine feelings for them. Sometimes we like telling them, by now you should be feeling happy. You should even be proud your child has gone, I don't know, maybe to heaven or whatever we say.
You'll get another one. That's a common one.
Oh, I have this question. There is this time I could get emotional. Christine knows I go to my Facebook and post something. And then my mom could go to Facebook and find out. She could come and scroll me. What is this? It is this memory. What? My sister had lost a baby also. Be like her sister, she never cares. And I told her, everyone mourns differently.
Yes.
Because at the moment I can go outside there, come inside the house, I close my door and start crying from nowhere. No sleep. I'm just there. So when I hear my mom scrolling me because I'm grieving my son, sometimes it pains me more. How can you advise her?
Peter?
I think Alice has just also brought up something very important, that you find many a times we don't want to allow this person in pain to vent out.
Yes.
Yet in her body there's so much negative energy which needs to be expended. So it's good to allow a person who is in pain to vent out this negative energy, whichever way, as long as it is not harming them or harming any other person. Sometimes I even tell people, you know, if this person wants to scream, allow them.
Yes.
They want to cry, please encourage them to cry even more. I don't know why people keep saying like crying is a sign of weakness, or men being told, you know, never, you should not cry, you'll look weak, you'll influence your children badly. Yes, if you're feeling like releasing energy, and more so negative energy which is overwhelming you, and you have a safe, harmless way of doing it, please engage in it. So we say for such parents, encourage their children or whoever is grieving to vent out. Yes.
Okay. Christine, for you, how was it now? We're talking about now the baby, you know, you've lost the baby. The family is there, they've accepted. Now some are forcing you to heal, some are forcing you to move on. But you personally, what did you decide and what did you do for yourself?
Okay, for me, what I did is I really had that hunger of getting another baby. So like 3 years later, yeah, God blessed me with another baby. At least hiyo ilinipanguza machozi to some parts. Then I realized so far this year is when I have shared about baby loss, ile in-depth kabisa. So the moment I was just sharing that last month, I realized the wound is still fresh, which is like 15 years later. Then come 2016, that's when I started sharing my story as a strong and fierce mental health advocate. At least it helped me heal. Because I realized losing all that in that short time span where everything is just happening, very bad things at the same time, there was a lot of pain inside me. And the moment I just started speaking about my story, starting from 2016 until to date, it's close to a decade, at least it helped me. Even coming up with an organization to help other people who've gone through my journey. So that helped me to release all that pain. And now, last month, the Baby Loss Awareness Month.
Yes.
Yeah, I just took to social media and just encouraged many mothers, and that's how I happened to even interact with Alice and Alice. Even come to the show.
Yeah.
So, and I realized there are so many people out there, there's a lot of stigma. Many people don't want to talk about it based on what other people will think. Because you find maybe a couple wants to talk about it. Maybe the woman is talking about it. The man goes behind and says and tells her, stop talking about it. We haven't healed. Why are you telling others about it? There's a lot of stigma. And you see, there's a lot of stigma with regard to baby loss, miscarriage, infant loss, and it is really, really difficult. People are shunned away for just sharing their pain.
Yeah.
Even in the African setting, it is really, really bad. Because I remember even the post that I was putting on social media last month. Many women, it's the women who are coming up and saying that I've lost a baby. The men were just quiet. And these women, their wives somewhere, there's a man who made them pregnant. And what I realized, most of them, the moment they lost their baby, they were on their own, which even makes the stigma even more deeper and the pain even more deep. Yeah.
So silence makes the pain deeper.
Yes.
Lack of support makes the pain difficult to manage.
Yes.
Thank you, Christine. Now, Alice, before we come to you, Peter, you've talked about now wanting to vent and being stopped from doing that.
Yeah.
How do you manage it? Do you now, because this is your parent, did you defy and went on to vent, or how did it affect you?
It really affected me because after she's called me, I went back to my room to cry. Why this? Because even after losing my child, I was married at that time. But after 2 months, my husband left.
Was it because of the loss?
Yeah, because the pressure from his family.
Okay.
So we parted ways till date. So it was difficult, but I came to terms when I told myself, you have to fight. This is not the end of you. Because when I look at my challenges, my leg, managing the sugar levels, my daughter, I saw something to fight. So it encouraged me to fight.
All right.
And forget about. You can't forget about it because grieving is a process. Because you fed yourself sometimes. At some moment you are good, the other moment you're breaking down. So it's allowed.
Yeah, it's allowed. You vent as much as you want, vent as much as you can, as long as you're not causing harm to the people around you. Now, Peter, we have these common myths, misconceptions, the cliches that come about when someone has lost their child. And the most common one, especially if the child was below 1 year, or even if the child was lost during pregnancy, the common one is that, take heart, you'll get another baby. It was just a baby. Those comments, how would you advise someone who has been throwing around such words?
For such people, I usually tell them, it's okay to offer your support in silence. You don't have to say anything. Your presence there is already enough. Just being there, just telling the person, I've heard what happened to you, and I've come here to be of support to you. And I'll just be seated here with you in case you need any of my help, just let me know. And don't get into that. Don't get into so many, stories, questions. Sometimes, in fact, I usually feel like, can I say just slapping somebody? There are people who will come and start asking you after a loss, what happened? What killed this person? And I usually ask them, so when you know what happened, what will you do with that information? What was it for?
Was it necessary?
Yeah, you find many just want to satisfy their curiosity. Because yes, you'll tell them, okay, this person died in an accident. Okay, then? So avoid such questions and these comments of, telling somebody, don't worry, you'll get another child. But that is another one, not this one.
Yeah.
You see?
So a child cannot replace another child.
Yeah, you cannot replace another life. Oh, don't worry, things shall be well. How do you know things will be well? What is it, in fact, you are doing to help this person so that things become well? So when you go to such a person, you don't have to say anything. And when you're condoling with such a person, it's also good to just talk about other issues, other topical issues. Don't get into the story of the loss. If the person wants to talk about the loss, they'll bring it up themselves.
They will, for
Yeah.
sure. Yes.
And also there's something that also you've been mentioning, saying a lot. Sometimes this word we keep saying sorry and pole.
Pole.
I tell people, please, if you can also try and avoid this word, it would help. Because when somebody has gone through a loss and everybody is just coming, pole, sorry, you know, even the person can already just picture you coming and just saying sorry, and they just sometimes get fed up of this word. And even at times it keeps reminding them of the pain.
Of the pain.
So if you can avoid using it and even just tell somebody my condolences, and that would be enough. But
Okay.
try and avoid this word if you can.
I am learning as the day goes. Thank you so much, Peter. Christine, what would you advise people on what to say and what not to say for people who've lost their children?
Just as you've said, that one of you'll get another baby. It's really, really difficult because you don't know the investment that parents had made to this child. And you don't even know what the loss how far the loss has impacted them. Like for me, it was quite, even despite having 2 more children after that loss, each and every other time, I was really, really worried. What if the delivery process goes wrong? What if I lose even this other baby? What if? I remember each and every other time I used to check, is the baby still breathing? Will it be like this other child? How will the labor process be? Will I be induced and go through that long process again? So each and every other time, I was just very, very anxious through the pregnancy process. And what I can say is that people should be more mindful. Also, another word that we keep telling people, it shall be well. How will it be well when I've lost a child? I've lost my marriage, I've lost my relationship, I've lost everything. I'm even losing myself in the process. So what is there is they should try to be more empathetic. Putting themselves in the shoes of that person, imagining that if it is me who lost that child, what will happen? If it is me who is like Alice, I've lost my marriage, my health is at stake, but I still have things that I'm looking forward to. So you look at the brighter side. So I think at times you should not focus so much on what somebody has lost, but just trying to make them see the other side of life, that yes, this is a dark phase, but it shall come to pass. So when it comes to choice of words, it is really, really important. You make sure you validate the emotion, the pain this person is feeling. And also another thing, as Alice said, you make sure even the mode of venting that this person has chosen, the mode of releasing that pain, ensure that you validate it. If you choose to write on social media, yes, I know families, kuna zile secrets they love putting them hapo ndani zisijulikane hata kidogo. Like for me, even being diagnosed with a mental condition later on in life and suffering postpartum psychosis, this is something even my family hawataki watu wajue. But given that I went public and I've shared my story, a story that is impacting other lives. So I can say that in terms of choosing the words that we speak, it is very, very important, as it will help to ensure that the healing journey of a person is smooth. Yeah.
Empathize and validate the feelings of the person who is grieving. Thank you so much, Christine. And because of time, we'll count that as your parting shot.
Yes.
I hope that's okay. It's
okay.
a very good one. So we'll just wrap it up with you, Alice, your parting shot, and then Peter, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay. I would encourage someone outside there to have something memorable. For me, I ventured to Kennedy Assurance Company as a financial advisor, and this is because of the struggles I have gone through, the diabetic struggles because of the medication, the financial struggles during the doctor's strike. This ended up losing my son, so it ventured me to the insurance company. I would encourage mother there, not a mother, but everyone outside there, to have these medical covers. because they really help.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alice. Peter?
Please allow me to repeat again that healing is a process, not a destination. So I always tell people, please give yourself time to go through the process. Don't compare your process with another person's process. Your process will basically be determined by what you do and to what degree you do what you do. So seek support, always seek support. Join support groups. Support groups also help people in removing this unique feeling like it's only happening to me, because at least you'll get to hear other people and other stories and realize it's not only you. Find ways to vent out feelings, because feelings which are bottled up don't go anywhere and they'll just eat you from within. Find ways to vent out these feelings. Find some rituals of some things at least you can be doing just to remind you that you went through an experience and overcame it. Even if, say, it's having some anniversary even for this person you've lost. If you like journaling, you know, you can just be putting down some points. But most of all, I say, please accept what has gone through. Not forget. People like saying that you forget. Accept what you've gone through. And once you accept, you'll be able now to be motivated to search even for a solution and a way forward. And thank you for having us here. And
Karibuni
again,
sana.
my condolences again to Alice and Christine. And I'm happy that you faced the journey and you're moving on very well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, and that's it from us. Thank you so much, Alice, Peter, and Christine, for joining us on this very important topic. Of course, our viewer, thank you so much for tuning in. If there's anything that you should go with, is that if you can't say anything positive, then it is better to remain silent, you know, when you're with someone who's lost their child. And I'd just like to leave you with the 3 P's, which I was taught somewhere. The first P is presence. If you're with someone and you can't say anything negative, it is better to be silent, and your presence is enough. There's position. If you're in a position to help that person, if you're in a position to help that person heal better, then do it. And then the last one, of course, is possession. Whatever you have that you can help someone with, maybe it's access to counseling services, maybe it's access to finances that you can help someone who is grieving with, then please do it. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chabet Birir. Have a lovely evening.